Hey guys, I'm Chewy Mew and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew review. Spider-Man 3, Sandman Build-A-Figure Wave, Venom. So this one is technically a custom, although not really. I think this light looks better. This is a custom, technically not a custom at the same time. This figure, so what happened with this figure is, one time, my friend and I were playing, and I left this one out. I left it out on the trampoline, we finished playing, and I thought I lost the figure, I don't know what happened to it. But then when I went out, like, later that day, I found it on the trampoline, and the custom, or the figure it was completely pale looking, like, he turned into anti-Venom. Like, you can see there's some white paint there, or white color, because it got faded like crazy. It wasn't black anymore, like, nothing of the paint, like, it got ruined. And so I decided to repaint this. I painted it black, tried painting the silver and stuff, painting the mouth and stuff. Also, his tongue, because his tongue was very rubbery, like, it fell out of his mouth, and I don't know where the tongue went. I think my dog might have got it. Kind of more movie accurate without his tongue. I also painted the eyes silver, because in the movie, the eyes are silver. So it was like all the webbing and stuff. There's the spider logo, which I painted this. It's really, really hard to paint tiny lines like this. So I kind of just like a little bit slathered paint here and there on it to emulate it being it's silvery. But let's get to this figure. It still has really good sculpting. Like the legs, they have the texture like the Spider-Man costume, and because it faded, it's not as like sticking out. It used to be much more noticeable, but because everything faded, you can see some more whiteness in spots. I don't know why. Like, the sun bleached the figure. You can see in some sections it looks glossy. Like, the legs don't look glossy, but this look glossy. I did that because these parts on his like the upper thigh, they're not glossy kind of looking. They look more matte, whereas the rest of the boots and stuff, they have a gloss to it. This is also back when Hasbro kind of tried. Hasbro also originally released all of the Spider-Man 3 figures smaller than normal. Like, they released them 5 inches instead of 6 inches, and they just went horrible with the collection. And so, as a kid, believe it or not, I never bought any of them. Because I was like, I don't have OCD, but I'm kind of perfectionist where I want all my figures to be in the same scale. So, I never bought any of them. My mom was like, buy some. What if these might be the only ones you have? But then Hasbro re-released, like, this guy, Harry, Venom, Black Suit Spider-Man, Classic Suit Spider-Man. They also re-released the Green Goblin, which I reviewed. It's the review titled The Most Disappointing Review Ever. In 2008, they re-released all of the trilogy figures again, like the 6-inch scale, and they did some different stuff. Like, they released a black suit half red, half black suit Spider-Man. This was one of those, and he didn't come with the Build-A-Figure piece, but it's the same figure. But it's still very good design. I really like it. I like the way it came out. It doesn't look too much like the movie, because in the movie, he's only a little bit bigger than Spider-Man. The figure's quite a bit bigger than Spider-Man. If we take, trying to find a figure, like this guy, this is about the size of the movie Spider-Man figure. Like, compare these two, that's like the scale for them. Except the other ones, obviously the movie Spider-Man. But still great looking figure, really awesome. Had a lot of fun with this as a kid. I did have, like, a lot of other Venoms before I got this one. I had the Spider-Man Classics Venom I showed, the Sinister 6 box set Venom, and then this guy. And then I got what most people consider the best Venom later on, which I'll review that guy soon. But that's going to be all for this Venom. Oh wait, articulation. Still good looking figure. Very good ball joint in the head, rotates all the way around. It's very tight, which I'm glad it's not loose, because when the ball joint heads get loose, they're just like that the whole time. You can never get them straight normally. The arms rotate all the way around. They go up pretty good. They rotate all the way here as well. It's very tight joint though. Double bend in the elbow, rotation here in the wrist, and hinge back and forth. Also, this was when Hasbro didn't know what they were doing completely. So you only got like this swivel here, which that's pretty good, but nothing here in the waist. And the legs here, they're the articulation where you can't just move them forward and back. You can move them out like this, but then if you want to kick them forward, you have to rotate the joint and then kick it and then move the foot, which as a kid, I hated that because it was like, I want the character to kick forward. I'm trying to get this back like that. I want the character to be able to do that and then do that right away, but you have to rotate it and then move it. And as a kid, that just annoyed me. Double bend in the knee right there. And rotation here in the foot. Hinges forward and back pretty good too, or goes, yeah, I guess that's technically a hinge. But there we go. That's all for this Venom figure. But either way, let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know what you think about Venom and Spider-Man 3. And I will see you guys in the next review.